the biggest question maybe in economics and politics of the coming decades will be what to do with all these useless people. The problem is more boredom and what to do with them, and how will they find some sense of meaning in life when they are basically meaningless, worthless. My best guess at present is a combination of drugs and computer games as a solution for more. It's already happening under different titles, different headings. You see more and more people spending more and more time or solving their inner problems with drugs and computer games, both legal drugs and illegal drugs. You look at Japan today, and Japan is maybe 20 years ahead of the world in everything, and you see all these new social phenomenon of people having relationships with virtual spouses. And you have people who never leave the house and just live through computers. I think once you're superfluous, you don't have power. Again, we are used to the age of the masses of the 19th and 20th century, where you saw all these successful, massive uprisings, revolutions, revolts. So we are used to thinking about the masses as powerful. But this is basically a 19th century and 20th century phenomenon. I don't think that the masses, even if they somehow organize themselves, stand much of a chance. We are not in Russia of 1917 or in 19th century Europe. What we are talking about...
Okay. I want to start off by giving all praises. Let me say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Halala Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Racha, Kodash. Double honors to my apostles, elder bishops, here in Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect, scattered abroad. Shalom. All right, I'm the brother Taz of War from the GMS New Jersey camp. You know, just here with another lesson and hopes to edify those of the hopeful elect. All right, the body of believers who pray and worship Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai. All right, I saw this video, thought it was interesting, and I think it's old. All right, I'm gonna have to block out some of these tags on this video because YouTube, you know, videos like this, when they have important information or something to grasp from, you know, YouTube like to take them down, you know, and find a reason to take them out, take them down. And brothers, you know, I'm pretty sure brother in the camp, he even said it, how, you know, we got other channels and things like that, and videos are just popping up being deleted. You know, they tell you on your Gmail, you know, that this video, you didn't know the guidelines or such and such. We know you didn't know, so we're just gonna take it down. And they're taking down videos. But the Wadi Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Elder Apostle Tahar, right, what was about a year ago or maybe 2 years ago, you know, time is moving fast, he told everybody about the Odyssey. And when I checked the Odyssey page, because I had it linked to your YouTube page, the videos you load up on YouTube are still there. So the Wadi Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. All right, so I'm able to check, you know, the video and review it, you know, and see what it is that they wanted the video down for, you know, because once it's gone, it's gone. All right, I did want to touch on the New Jersey chariot thing, but it's not enough information. All right, it's a lot of speculation, you know. You had the drones, and now, you know, you have the will within the will. And I would say, you know, at this point, you know, we just got to be very careful, because, you know, at the same time, this could possibly be, you know, a way that Edom, you know, bring more light and establish this alien invasion type shit, you know. So more information might have to come out. All right, I see a lot of guys, you know, alternative news talking about it, but nobody has answers. All right, I watched this Twitter little feed, this chick, I don't know if she was a reporter or whatever, but she spoke about it in her notes, and I read her notes, and she was like, basically nobody has any answers. All right, Murphy, governor of New Jersey, he don't even have any answers. And if they do, they're not going to tell you.
The drones in New Jersey, in Morris County, 20, I don't know how many mayors sent a letter to you this morning asking for a clarification. What can you tell us? What is going on, and why is it taking so long to come up with an explanation?
Yeah, it's a good, I don't blame people for being frustrated. Let me say, most importantly, right up front, we see no evidence, and I say we, this includes Homeland Security, FBI, Secret Service, our state police, authorities at all levels of government. The most important point to say is we don't see any concern for public safety. That's number one. Number two, having said that, it's really frustrating that we don't have more answers as to where they're coming from and why they're doing what they're doing. We had last night 49 sightings. I think 20 of them were over Hunterdon. Now those include, I think I saw one mistaken a fixed-wing aircraft, a plane, a small Piper Cub, for instance, for a drone, or you saw one and that counts, and then I saw the same one and that counts. So we think these are overstated, but it's a non-zero number. I was on with the White House and Homeland Security leadership literally at the very top yesterday for pretty much all day. I'm hoping we'll get answers sooner than later. I would just ask folks to continue to let the FBI or their local law enforcement know when they see something, and we'll continue to do everything we can with our federal partners to get clearer answers.
Why is it so hard to get answers?
These are apparently as I understand it, very sophisticated. The minute you get eyes on them, they go dark. And, you know, we're obviously most concerned about sensitive targets and sensitive critical infrastructure. So we've got military assets, we've got utility assets, we've got the president-elect's one of his homes here. This is something we're taking deadly seriously. We've gotten good cooperation out of the feds, but we need more, and that was my plea.
Finally, how much longer do you think?
I don't know, but if we have news, I'll let you know. The minute we know something, I'm not going to hide it under a bushel.
Governor, you have people saying, I saw a drone and it was spraying something, or I saw a drone crash in my yard and it set off an alarm when I tried to go near it. There's a lot of fear amongst New Jersey residents. I mean, what is your message? Well,
the message I just gave. But by the way, we're not aware of any nefarious drone that has crashed, or if there is one that's crashed, could someone please call me and let me know where that is? There are a couple of rumored downings for one reason or another. One of them was a toy, the other one was never found. But having our hands on equipment that's on the ground would be helpful, no question about it.
So ain't no telling what's going on. All right, at the end of the day, we're going to trust the process and stick to the script. All right, because Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is in control. And real quick, since that came to mind, let's bring out a precept that I like to bring out, the book of Daniel 4, because the Most High is in control. All right, this is the book of Daniel chapter 4 and 17. It says, "This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and a demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will. He setteth up over it the bases of men." All right, so real quick, let me get another one. Real quick. Or matter of fact, let me do this. It's the one in Sirach. I know that one. I believe 18. Yeah, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 18 and 1. "He that liveth forever hath created all things in general. The Lord only is righteous, and there is none other but he." All right, speaking about these, because from what I've been seeing and watching, and understanding, you got whistleblowers with the you know, it's still on the topic of the chariots in New Jersey. You know, Esau got replica chariots that they've been working on for many years, and I wouldn't put it past it. The Most High gave them that power, that technology and knowledge, you know, certain knowledge and technology. But we do know the scriptures say in Job 4, they can't reach, there's a boundary that they can't pass. All right, and everything is set up, you know, for them to basically be a sacrifice, to be destroyed, because Edom is the wicked, right? But you know, with what information that I've came across and seeing different whistleblowers, is that they have replicas. You know, they're not the chariots of Yahweh, they're man crafts, you know.
So these drones, these craft, are they U.S. made craft, reverse engineered from downed Roswell craft, or are these otherworldly beings, otherworldly craft? What does your intelligence tell you about that? If you were involved in the X-Files program and you know, at the FBI, well, what do you know about it?
Well, you had about 3 questions there, and I would say yes, no, and yes. But
okay, go for it.
The answers are that no, they are man-made. They are man-made things. They are recognizable by the signature silverish sort of skin that they have. It's this, but the shapes tend to be different in every case. There are some that are cigar shaped. There are some that are larger. There are some that are much, much smaller. Some of them are those tic-tac shapes, those kind of ovals. So they're all different shapes and sizes. However, they have the same signatures of the movement that they are capable of. However, the way that we know they're not true UFOs. True UFOs can be extraterrestrial and extra dimensional. In other words, they are usually, they have capacity for shape shifting. They have a capacity for disappearing and reappearing. That is one of the ways that we know genuine UFOs are afoot. We're able to see those qualities in them.
That have the ability to use anti-gravity, something they haven't exposed to the world. So you will recognize it, you know, it's the shape, and then they have the lights on it, and it's possibly could be something deceiving you. You know, we know the scriptures say we're not, 2 Corinthians 2:11, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, you know, so you got to keep that in mind. But also too, the Most High is going to show his chariots. So the elect of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is going to know, all right? You're going to know because we understand the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, right? But some things you just got to sit back and let it play out because it may not be much information. And at the end of the day, you know, what we're here to do is to prophesize and look for the Lord, you know, in second return and measure the time in itself, man. All right. So anyway, it says, Sirach 18:1, he that liveth forever hath created all things in general. The Lord only is righteous, and there is none other but he. All right, Edom? Because you're going to hit, you know, listening to this devil here, Yuval Noah Harari, which I'll play the video back because I'm doing a lot more talking now. Like I said, you know, always click the button, flow in the spirit, you know, nothing scripted. You know, it's what we do here in Great Millstone. All right. Push the button and let the Lord, you know, speak. This guy name is Yuval Noah Harari. He speaks very high and mighty, proud, as if he knows the future. All right. As if he's the Most High. Just proving that, you know, him and his nation are the wicked, the Edomites. All right. So the Lord only is righteous, which is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And there is none other but he, who governeth the world in the palm of his hand, and all things obey his will. For he is the king of all, by his power dividing holy things among them from profane. So that's why it makes sense when Yahushua said he came to bring a sword. All right. That sword is the vision. The instrument for a sword, well, the sword is an instrument that cuts and it put things into two. And the Lord said what? He also mentioned, I'm going to make a man more at variance with his father, right? And mother-in-law and so on. Meaning to make a difference, because what's holy, the word holy means to be set apart. So the Lord is taking from this world. He's taking what's set apart for him, that was written from the beginning, and leaving everything behind that's profane. All right, profane means outside the temple. So if you're not of the Lord's hopeful elect, then you're outside the temple. All right, the Most High said he's going to destroy 2/3 of his own people right here in Babylon the Great, aka North America. So the ones that's being set apart is the elect. All right, is the elect. So let's read that again. It says, who governeth the whole world with the palm of his hand, and all things obey his will. For he is the king of all, by his power dividing holy things among them from profane. It says, to whom have he given power to declare his works? Or who shall find out his noble acts? Who shall number the strength of his majesty? And who shall also tell out his mercies? As for the wondrous works of the Lord, there may nothing be taken from them, neither may anything be put unto them, neither can the ground of them be found out. All right, I'm thinking about, Lord said, my thoughts are not your thoughts, my ways are not your ways. You know, these devils think they're in charge, but they're not. You know, you're not fooling the Lord's hopeful elect. Okay, you're not fooling them. You're not fooling Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You know, you're only fooling the world because you have power. And it's very important, the water, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, for having a small remnant that is not given, you know, over to the delusions that the Most High put upon these people in the world, starting with Edom. You know, he has a delusion of power. He has power, but the fact that he thinks he's going to run this world, you know, for eternity, and he's going to live as a god, and you're going to hear from his own mouth. He said, what do we do with useless people? And he's talking about all of us. You know, he's talking about all of us. This is how the elite think. He's the what? Spokesman for the WEF, which I believe Kyle Slobs, the book writer, who I think he stepped down, if I'm not mistaken. But he set this guy up being one of the top advisors. And when he speaks in his interviews, which, you know, us brothers here in Great Millstone, we already know, we familiar with this guy, because brothers did tons of videos on this guy, is that he speaks proud. He speaks as if he's in the knowing, and he knows in the next, well, 2030, how we're going to be living. And he speaks that way. He speaks on behalf of the elite and their thinking. All right. He's a part of that think tank, or he's a part of that think tank, and he's the one that's articulate, that can articulate the vision that Esau Edom has for the rest of the world. But see, the Most High set up prophets. Whoo, let me get this scripture real quick. That's right. All right. The Most High set up his prophets, man. And the scriptures say this. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2. And let me see if I can just hit the points here without making it so long. But the whole chapter is good, right? Because this talks about the mindset that the elite have for all of us, starting with the Israelites. All right. So Wisdom of Solomon 2, and I'll start at verse 6. Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth. All right. And you're going to hear this from out of his mouth. Okay. Because like he said, what are they going to do with the useless people? It's no use. Basically, according to their technology and them, you know, the AI and them being able to control man by man hooking himself up to the internet, which is becoming transhuman through the micro C-hip, that MOTB. There he's saying and believing in his vision that they're going to control us. They're going to use us as they want, you know. And that goes into 2 Thessalonians as well. They want to sit in the temple of the Most High and be as though they is the Most High, right? So it says, come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ornament, and let no flower of the spring pass by us. Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they are withered. Let none of us go without his part of his voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place. For this is our portion, and our lot is this, right? This is their lot, all right? The wicked. Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age, all right? He said, let us oppress the poor righteous man. And that's exactly what they do. They got their foot on our neck. Think about Isaiah 14. You know, how is Babylon fallen? You know, Babylon ceased. You know, that golden city ceased, right? So it says, let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing wroth, right? Their law of justice. They pass unrighteous decrees, man. All right, laws that, you know, it's loopholes in there. It's not righteous laws, it's wicked laws. If you get a good lawyer, you can get out of, you know, straight up murder. You can get out of the worstest shit, man. You know, you can be seen on camera doing it, and then somehow you get off. All right, their laws are wicked. So he says, let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble, meaning weak, is found to be nothing wroth. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn. He is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraideth us with our offending the law, and objective to our infamy, the transgressions of our education. And he's talking about the elect. All right, they're talking about the elect, because the prophets, the true men of the Lord, are reproving and rebuking these devils according to the law of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, according to the ways of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, this Bible that they claim to be the people of, right? Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn. So know this truth, all right? Don't, you know, they know exactly what the brothers are talking about. They know they're in. Why their job and their lot is also to try to upset prophecy. You know, I guess they figured if they can control it, they can stop prophecy. Because remember, this goes back to the birthright. All right, Esau wants the birthright back from Jacob, which Esau sold his birthright to Jacob. All right, he got supplanted twice by our foreparent Jacob. All right, I mean, guess what? That wasn't because of Jacob's doing, that was the Most High's will. Okay, that's to prove that is in Romans 9. Okay, I don't remember the verse, but matter of fact, I said it, so I got to bring it out. I said it, so I have to prove it, right? Since it was said. Romans 9 and verse, try to get to the point. Verse 10, 9. Romans 9 and 9. For this is the word of promise, at this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac, right? For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, talking about Jacob and Esau, before they were born, they could not have done any good or evil. They were in the womb, right? It says, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High, according to election, might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, and Esau have I hated. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? God forbid. So that lets us know it was the will of the Father that Jacob was going to supplant Esau and take the birthright. That was the will of the Heavenly Father. And the Lord said here, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. So the Most High has a perfect hatred toward these devils. And that's why the end is going to be so dramatic. It's going to be so dramatic. Esau being a sacrifice, his whole foundation being destroyed, him brought into captivity, the Lord's elect being lifted up, taken on a chariot to be changed. Man, the Most High is going to show us how much he loved Jacob and he hate you Edomites. Scriptures, man. Yeah, so let's jump back. I don't stay on that too long. I'm trying to hurry up and get through this. Wisdom of Solomon 2:12. Therefore, let us wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn. He is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraideth us with our offending the law, and objective to our infamy, the transgressions of our education. Right, and the education is off. It's just to keep you asleep. What was one of the quotes from one? I think it's from the D. Rockefeller, if I'm not mistaken. They don't want a nation of thinkers. I forgot how it's worded. I probably could find it, right? But the education is to control your mindset. It's not for you to actually live. It's for you to be in condition on being a slave. All right. College is debt. You know. So verse 13. He professes to have the knowledge of the Most High. He calleth himself the child of the Lord. It says he was made to reprove our thoughts. That's the point. Going back to what I was speaking on before, the Wadi Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah, for bringing it back, right? And remembrance, right? Because, you know, being in the spirit, we get, you know, drifted away, but then the Lord bring it back. It says he was made to reprove our thoughts. So these devils know that the men of the Lord are made to reprove their thoughts. He even said that we're not for their turn. It says he is grievous unto us, even to behold, for his life is not like other men's. His ways are of another fashion. Talking about the elect. All right, the scriptures say the portion of Jacob is not like them. That election, you know, the Most High is showing you who is really his, because of belief. Now, powerful belief is, man. And I mean belief in truth, in the truth, through the Ricchi Kodash, the Holy Spirit, man. That on the outside of things, because the Most High is above. So when you look at things outside, you know how people say, put yourself in their shoes, and you see things through a different lens, you understand why the Lord made these moves. Most High told us to what? Be spiritual. And we judge spiritually. So if you can receive it, you know, looking at things from an outside point of view or in their shoes, you think even more how powerful the Heavenly Father is and why he does certain things, because it's powerful, you know, just like scriptures say, the foolishness of preaching. The foolishness of preaching, man. Just show you how the Most High works, man. All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. All right, you know, Wisdom of Solomon 2:14. He was made to reprove our thoughts. He is grievous unto us, even to behold, for his life is not like other men's. His ways are of another fashion. It says we are esteemed of him as counterfeits. Right? He abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness. He pronounces the end of the just to be blessed, and maketh his boast that the Most High is his Father. You see? Oh man, yo. Because you know these devils think this way. This is their mindset. That's like the Lord, yo, he told us, man. Because they're claiming that they're the Most High's chosen people, right? But then they don't follow the script. They don't follow the Bible. They got their own twists because they know the truth. They follow the Talmud, right? And it says, we are esteemed of him as counterfeits. They know that we look at them as counterfeits because what is coming out of the Spirit of the Lord, right? The Lord said he would destroy them with the spirit of his mouth and then the brightness of his coming. So when the prophets speak, it's all, you know, it's against you, the wicked, you know? So it says, he abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness. You damn right. Because everything this devil do is always to put you into a cage. It's always, he got the scoop, he got the drop on you. You know, you don't know about this. Look at the foods we eat. All right. They changing the words up, you know, so that you don't figure it out that it's GMO. They got these big old words on the back of the shit that you don't even know no meanings of. You got to literally study the ingredients to know what's right or wrong, man. When the food should just be food, man. Water should just be water. If you wise, you're going to be careful about what you eat. You know, the Lord did give us a dietary law. See, the Most High laws are perfect, but this devil law is wicked. You know, and they want to use you, and he's gonna tell you. He's gonna tell you, right? It says, we are abstaining from his counterfeits. He abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness. He pronounces the end of the just to be blessed. And yes, we do. Because the Lord tells us through the scriptures that, as I read in Romans 9, Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. There's a great deliverance coming for the Lord's chosen people, starting with the elect of those people. There's a great deliverance, and it's gonna actually top the deliverance that happened back in the time of Egypt, when Moses was walking the earth. When the children of Israel was delivered from the hands of Pharaoh. The deliverance that's going to happen today is going to top that deliverance. Book of Jeremiah, delivering the children of Israel from the land of the north, right? So let's continue. It says, he pronounces the end of the just to be blessed, and maketh his boast that the Most High is his Father. Let us see if his words be true, and let us prove what shall happen to him in the end. Because Edom is a hater. So he want to put this to the test. He want to put the belief, he want to put that faith that we have that was given to the Lord's chosen, right? He wants to put that faith to the test. Let's see if his words are true. Okay? And they're going to tell you. Let us see if his words are true, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. For if the just man be the son of the Most High, he will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemies. So basically their mindset is, look, all right, y'all saying that y'all the Israelites, and you saying this and saying that. Let's see if it's true. Let's put it to the test. You know, Revelations 12:12, the devil cometh down having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. You know, let's see if the Most High deliver you out of your enemy's hands. You know, when we go to do this to you, let's see if he's going to be there for you. Let's see. So they're going to force the Lord's hand, but it's all prophecy. The Lord said, touch not my anointed, do my prophets no harm. Roughly paraphrasing. The Lord said, when they shall come in like a flood, then he will lift up a standard. So let's continue. Verse 19, let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience, because Esau is always diligently searching things out. That's why, you know, the scriptures, Apostle Tar always bring this out. The Edomites go more in depth into the scriptures than Jake do. You know, you got men out here knowing they Israelites, and I'm talking about the different camps. And then here it is, Edom, you know, do more studying than they do, and they're the actual Israelites. You know, the scriptures say he's wiser than Daniel. He give a diligent search. So with our videos, we know they watching. We know you watching. All right. And they're listening. They've been listening. You know, Trump mentioned the doomsday prophets on Joe Rogan. You know, who was he talking about? He talked about the world gonna end with nukes, and, you know, because his plan is to come in and stop all that. They're always trying to stop prophecy, trying to prevent, you know, what the Lord said in the scriptures, but then theirs turn around and say they're God's fearing people. God bless America. What God? Because God just is power. That's just a power. What entity, you know? What power you talking about? You know, what God? Because the Most High ain't blessing this place anymore. He's actually decaying it. Okay? He's killing it from the inside out. He's bringing this bitch down, man. So, you know, that slogan of make America great again, that's really a twist, a play on words. Because when America was great, guess what? It was in hard bondage slavery. You got a yoke of iron around your neck, man. Okay? So anyway, it says, for if the just man be the son of the Most High, he will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemies. Let us examine him with spitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience. Let us condemn him with a shameful death, for by his own saying he shall be respected. So you understand why they're going to want to put our heads in guillotines and persecute you, cast you into prison. You know, they're whipping up their unrighteous decrees now with these laws, bills that was passed and becoming law. You know, they're going to ban the Bible. You know, everybody's on the hit list, government watch list, and all this stuff, all because what you're speaking about. And what you're speaking about, if it go against the mind control, all right, then you're an enemy of the state, basically. There's a lot of guys that are on the T, that are classified as the T. You know what I mean? All right. You got those that's even believing in false doctrine and Christianity, that's on that government hit list, you know, because of what they're teaching. You know, if it don't go according to the mind control and their full control, then you're an enemy to them. That's why they're gonna come down hard, especially when the scriptures say, Revelation 13:16, he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in his right hand on his forehead, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. You know, the end is gonna be brutal, but it's gonna be beautiful, because the Most High's power is gonna exist. Matter of fact, it already exists through the spirit of the word, but it's gonna be existing in a physical level, to where man ain't gonna understand how men of the Lord is doing things or doing these things. You know, it's gonna really show the power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. That's that right hand, all right? Because right now we're living through the left hand. There's witchcraft, okay? So verse 21, such things they did imagine and were deceived, for their own wickedness have blinded them. As for the mysteries of Yahweh, they knew them not, neither hope they for the wages of righteousness, nor discern a reward for the blameless soul. So they didn't discern, you know, the Lord actually delivering us. You know, they laugh, you know, and shit. They not really discerning that the elect is going to get rewarded. It says, as for the mysteries of the Most High, they knew them not, neither hope they for the wages of righteousness, nor discern a reward for the blameless souls. For the Most High created man to be immortal, and made him to be an image of his eternity. Nevertheless, through envy of the devil, came death into the world. All right, these Edomites. Nevertheless, through the envy of the devil, came death into the world. And they that do hold on his side do find it, which they find death. All right, that's why, you know, Apostle Paul, he's written there also too, we're going to defeat the sting of death. We're not going to sin anymore and break the laws of the Most High. The new covenant is going to be activated. He's going to take out the stony heart and give us the heart of flesh. We're going to be changed, all right? And we're going to be gods. We're going to be perfect. So now, look, the hater, he's going to be dealt with, because he is a big-ass hater. He's a sore loser, and he's a hater. All right? That's all you really is. And the Lord got your number. The Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and his son, Yahushai. Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. All right, so now without further ado, I know it's pretty long, but it is what it is. Let's play this video back. I'll try to let it play out without stopping, and maybe that'd be the lesson. All right, so here we go.
The biggest question maybe in economics and politics of the coming decades will be what to do with all these useless people. The problem is more boredom, and what to do with them, and how will they find some sense of meaning in life when they are basically meaningless, worthless. My best guess at present is a combination of drugs and computer games as a solution for more. It's already happening under different titles, different headings. You see more and more people spending more and more time or solving the inner problems with drugs and computer games, both legal drugs and illegal drugs. You look at Japan today, and Japan is maybe 20 years ahead of the world in everything, and you see all these new social phenomenon of people having relationships with virtual spouses, and you have people who never leave the house and just live through computers. I think once you're superfluous, you don't have power. Again, we are used to the age of the masses of the 19th and 20th century, where you saw all these successful, massive uprisings, revolutions, revolts. So we are used to thinking about the masses as powerful. But this is basically a 19th century and 20th century phenomenon. I don't think that the masses, even if they somehow organize themselves, stand much of a chance. We are not in Russia of 1917 or in 19th century Europe. What we are talking about now is like a second industrial revolution, but the product this time will not be textiles or machines or vehicles or even weapons. The product this time will be humans themselves. we're basically learning to produce bodies and minds. Bodies and minds are going to be, I think, the two main products of the next wave of all these changes. That is optional. Again, and if you think about it from the viewpoint of the poor, it looks terrible because throughout history, death was the great equalizer. The big consolation of the poor throughout history was that, okay, these rich people, they have it good, but they're going to die just like me. But think about a world, say, in 50 years, 100 years, where the poor people continue to die, but the rich people, in addition to all the other things they also get exemption from death.
Oh man, Salakia. You know, I didn't watch this video entirely through. My bad for laughing like that, but it is, man. Look, I see. Oh man, this nigga's a devil, boy. Oh man, and they get it right out of the scriptures. All right, and they hear the men of the Lord, and they've been going back years, man, since my apostles was young in the spirit, and even, you know, their elders. Okay, they've been watching the brothers and hearing the doctrine that is coming out. They know who the true prophets are, the Lord. And this man just said the poor are going to die and the rich is going to have, they're not going to die like everybody else. They're going to have basically benefits.
50 years, 100 years, where the poor people continue to die, but the rich people, in addition to all the other things they also get exemption from death.
You know, you heard what he said, man. So I'm going to bring out this quick precept. Psalms 49:11. Their inward thought is that their houses, because you can't make this up, man. This is right here. Like, we know who Edom is. Edom is being exposed, man. The wicked, the son of perdition. All right. Psalms 49:11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. All right. So let's play that back.
Going to be, I think, the two main products of the next wave of all these changes. That is optional. Again, and if you think about it from the viewpoint of the poor, it looks terrible because throughout history, death was the great equalizer. The big consolation of the poor throughout history was that, okay, these rich people, they have it good, but they're going to die just like me. But think about a world, say, in 50 years, 100 years, where the poor people continue to die, but the rich people, in addition to all the other things they also get exemption from death. Once you really solve the problem,
they get exemption from death. So let me just continue, Salakia.
Like direct brain-computer interface. When brains and computers can interact directly, for example, to take just one example, that's it. That's the end of history. That's the end of biology as we know it. Nobody has a clue what will happen once you solve this. If life can basically break out of the organic realm into the vastness of the inorganic realm, and you cannot even begin to imagine what the consequences will be, because our imagination at present is organic. So it's if there is a point of singularity, as it's often referred to, by definition, we have no way of even starting to imagine what's happening beyond it. Looking before the point of singularity, just as the trend is gathering pace, the new attitude, I think, is to treat old age and death as technical problems, no different in essence than any other disease. It's like cancer, it's like Alzheimer's, it's like tuberculosis. Maybe we still don't know all the mechanisms and all the remedies, but in principle, people always die for one reason and one reason only, and that these are technical reasons, not metaphysical reasons. People today actually manage to live, and many people, as isolated, alienated individuals in the most advanced societies. Many people live as alienated.
See, he's underestimating the power of the Most High, and that's why it goes back to what I just read in Wisdom of Solomon. They want to see if his, if he say he the son of the Most High, let's see if his words be true. He will help him, from his enemies, roughly paraphrasing. Because, these devils, he's underestimating the power of the Most High. You know, it's almost like they want to see the Most High's power. And if the Most High, well, when the Most High show his power, it's going to be against you. Because you some proud ass goddamn devils, man. You know? I had some presets, but, you know, they must be fucking with my internet on my phone. And I can't maneuver through my phone. So let's continue in this video.
Individuals with no community to speak about, with a very small family. It's no longer the big extended family. It's now a very small family, maybe just a spouse, maybe 1 or 2 children, and even they might live in a different city, in a different country, and you see them maybe once in every few months, and that's it. After millions of years of evolution, suddenly within 200 years, the family and the intimate community break, they collapse. Most of the roles fulfilled by the family and by the intimate community for thousands and tens of thousands of years are transferred very quickly to new networks provided by the state and the market. You don't need children, you can have a pension fund. You don't need somebody to take care of you. You don't need neighbors and sisters or brothers to take care of you when you're sick. The state takes care of you. The states provide you with police, with education, with health, with everything. In terms of ideas, in terms of religions, the most interesting place today in the world, in religious terms, is Silicon Valley. It's not the Middle East.
Let me wind that back.
And all the remedies, but in principle, people always die for one reason and one reason only, and that these are technical reasons, not metaphysical reasons. People today actually manage to live, and many people, as isolated, alienated individuals in the most advanced societies, many people live as alienated individuals with no community to speak about, with a very small family. It's no longer the big extended family. It's now a very small family, maybe just a spouse, maybe 1 or 2 children, and even they might live in a different city, in a different country, and you see them maybe once in every few months, and that's it. After millions of years of evolution, suddenly within 200 years, the family and the intimate community break, they collapse. Most of the roles fulfilled by the family and by the intimate community for thousands and tens of thousands of years are transferred very quickly to new networks provided by the state and the market. You don't need children, you can have a pension fund. You don't need somebody to take care of you. You don't need neighbors and sisters or brothers to take care of you when you're sick. The state takes care of you. The states provide you with police, with education, with health, with everything. In terms of religions, the most interesting place today in the world, in religious terms, is Silicon Valley. It's not the Middle East. This is where the new religions are being created now by people like Ray Kurzweil. In terms of ideas, in terms of religions, the most interesting place today in the world, in religious terms, is Silicon Valley. It's not the Middle East. This is where the new religions are being created now by people like Ray Kurzweil, and these are the religions that will take over the world.
So the lesson's pretty long, but also too, you know, this is weird because they blocking my internet, right? I can use it, my phone will ring, but when I'm going through my apps, I'm going through using the browser, I can't get past the page. For some reason, I'm blocked right now through the service, right? To actually maneuver through certain things. So, you know, I can't even read scriptures. But, you know, it is. The lesson's long enough. I think that's it. I hope you were edified, you know. Hopefully you got something that builds upon your faith. Hopefully you got something from this lesson that builds upon your faith toward the Lord, man. All right, so with that, I want to say, call halala Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, which means all praises to the Heavenly Father Yahweh in the name of his son Yahweh Shai. Double honors to my apostles and elder bishops here in Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect scattered abroad. Shalom.